Speed control of three-phase induction motor. So here there are different methods are there to control the speed of the induction motor. Okay, so the first one is called so by changing the supply voltage. Okay, by changing the supply voltage and by changing the rotor resistance. Okay, and by controlling the stator frequency. These are the different types of methods are there. So first we have to concentrating on by changing the supply voltage. So how the speed of the induction motor is can be controlled. Okay, so how the speed of the three-phase induction motor can be controlled by using supply voltage. Understood? The induction machine, when operating from the mains, is essentially a constant speed machine. Okay, generally the supply voltage is constant. That is called 230 volts or 450 volts. The voltage of the uh, supply is always constant. It is not changing. No? Okay, essentially this induction machine, when operating from the mains, is essentially a constant speed machine. Okay, many industrial drives, typically from fan or pump applications, have typically constant speed requirement, and hence the induction machine is ideally suited for this. Understood? So fans and pumps are operating speed of this is constant. No? That's why this induction machine is ideally suited for these applications. However, the induction machine is especially is squirrel gauge step. So this induction machine generally squirrel gauge step. Okay, because of this cost of the squirrel gauge induction machine is less compared to slip ring induction motor, and also maintenance on a slip ring induction motor is very difficult. Okay, to maintain the slip rings of the slip ring induction motors is somewhat difficult. Frequent maintenance is required no? In slip ring induction motor, but is squirrel gauge induction that much of maintenance is not required, and also the cost of the squirrel gauge induction motor is less. That's why, especially the squirrel gauge induction motors are type of machines are generally used. Okay, is quite rugged and has simple construction. Okay, therefore it is good candidate for variable speed applications. It can be achieved. Okay, this slip ring induction motor is suitable for only high starting torque applications. High starting torque applications, so it's slip ring induction motor. But variable speed applications are this squirrel gauge induction motor is very so popular. So because of so it's quite rugged and a simple construction, and also maintenance is very less in squirrel gauge induction motor compared to slip ring induction motor. It's clear. And here this speed controlled by changing the supply voltage. So this is one of the method. By using this method, so we have to control the speed of the induction motor. Speed controlled by changing applied voltage. So this is one of the method. So you know well, the torque of a three-phase induction motor is proportional to the V square. Na? T is proportional to V square. So that means by controlling the voltage, the torque of the three-phase induction motors can be controlled. So if the torque is controlled, means the speed of the induction machine is controlled. Okay, from the torque equation of induction machine, we can see that the torque depends upon the square of the applied voltage. Okay, this derivation is already completed. Torque is proportional to V square. Okay, so all of you see that the derivations of the three-phase induction motor, torque derivations. Okay, torque is equal to 3 divided by 2 pi ns into V square divided by R1 plus R2 by S whole square plus X1 plus X2 y whole square into R2 by S. From this relation, torque is proportional to V square. That means by controlling the voltage, the torque is can be controlled. Okay, so the torque is depend upon the square of the applied voltage. Understood? Torque is depending upon the square of the applied voltage. By controlling the voltage, that means indirectly the torque can be controlled and the speed of the induction motors can be controlled. The variation of the speed torque curves with respect to the applied voltage. Okay, you know already. So torque versus speed characteristics. Okay, this curves has shown it is slippery max circle here. These are the different type of curves, variation of the with respect to the so applied voltage. Okay, the torque versus speed. So when the voltage is changing, when the voltage is changing, so what happened? How the speed torque characteristics are changing. Understood? So here try to consider it. The curve shows that the slipped maximum torque remains the same. Slipped maximum torque. This is called slipped maximum torque. Here, for example, this position, this is called max and torque. No? For this V3 voltage, this is the max and torque, slip and max and torque. Okay. For this V2 voltage, operating voltage, this is the max and torque. And for this V1 voltage, this is the operating max voltage. That means slip at max and torque is constant. Here, slip is constant. Okay, slip at max and torque is constant. Okay, like this. The torque is slip at max and torque is constant. Understand? Based on supply voltage. It's clear. So this curve shows that the slip at max and torque S remains same, while the value of torque, okay, comes down with the decreased supply voltage, applied voltage. So this the voltage is very high. As I mean, voltage V1 is greater than V2 is greater than V3. Okay, torque is proportional to V square means if the voltage increases, torque is also increases. Voltage decreasing means the torque is max and starting torque. Okay, this is called starting torque. So here this is the starting torque. Here this is for this corresponding V1. Corresponding to V2, this is the torque. And corresponding to V3, this is the torque. Understood? So this is the low torque. If V1, V2, V3, so the voltage is changing like this. The starting torque of the three-phase induction motor changes like this. It's clear. The voltage is decreasing. In this way, the torque of the induction motor is also decreasing like this matter. But slip at max and torque here constant. Slip is constant. Understand? And here, try to consider slip at max and torque remains constant while all values of torque comes down when the value of stall torque is comes down with a decreased supply voltage. Okay, the speed range is from stable operations remains same. The speed range of the stable operation remains the same. Okay, the operating stable operating range of this induction machine remains same. So try to consider here. Further, we also note that the starting torque of also lower at lower voltages. Starting torque decreasing. Okay. This, also, the starting torque is also decreasing like this. So for this voltage V1, this is the starting torque. This is the starting torque. This is the starting. The voltage decreasing means the starting torque is also decreasing. Understood? So we also note that the starting torque of also at lower the voltages. Okay, the voltage decreasing means the torque also decreasing slowly. Okay, thus even if the given the voltage level is sufficient for achieving running torque, okay, even if you given the voltage level sufficient for achieving the running torque, okay, the machine may not start. Sufficient supply voltage is required here. The voltage decreasing means the torque is also decreasing. So if you are decreasing the further this voltage fed to the induction machine, the voltage decreasing means the starting torque also decreasing. Here 20 newton meters, here 15 newton meters, here 10 newton meters, like this. The starting torque of is decreasing. Am I right? The starting torque is decreasing like means so if you are decreasing the for particular voltage level below the, so if you are applying the voltage to the induction machine particular below voltage level, so what happens, these induction machines may not start. Okay, so there may be a starting problems takes place. Understood? So if you are increasing the decreasing the voltage levels, okay, so that's why this voltage sufficient voltage level is required. So even if you given the voltage is a level is sufficient for achieving the running torque, the machine may not start. That's why the proper voltage is required. This method trying to control the speed is best suited for loads that require very little starting torque. Okay, torque is proportional to V square. Okay, that's why it is a starting torque of this controlling method is very less. So that's why it is suitable for only little static torque. So only small starting torque machines only. But their torque requirement may increase it with speed. Okay, by increasing the voltage and torque is also increased. Understood? So, but this increasing the voltage level up to a certain range only. So V1. So if you are increasing the beyond rated voltages, so greater than V1. So what happened? If you are increasing the voltage beyond V1, that means there may be a possibility of insulation failure in the induction machine. Insulations cannot withstand this much of voltage if you are increasing the voltage levels to increase the starting torque. If you increase the running torque, otherwise if you are increasing the starting torque, if you are increasing the voltage level, Okay, above 230 volts or above 440, 415 volts. Okay, that's why this voltage is up to rated voltage only. So beyond the rate change, so not possible to increase. Behind the range is not possible to increase because of insulation failure. So this that's why this by decreasing the voltage levels. So we have to control the induction machine. So increasing the voltage levels behind the range is not possible because of insulation failure. So that's why it's a limited certain range only. Understood? So here, uh, so here this figure so it also shows the load torque characteristics. One type of typical of fan type load. This is called fan type load. So in a fan or blower type load, the variation of torque at the speed is proportional to torque is proportional to the omega square. Torque is proportional to the speed square. Omega is nothing but speed related speed in radians per second. Yeah. So the torque is proportional to the omega square. So for a fan type load, here one can see that it may be possible to run the motor to lower speeds within a range of ns to 1 minus s times of ns. Synchronous speed to 1 minus s times of ns. Okay. So further, since the load torque is zero, speed is zero, this machine cannot start even reduced voltages. Okay, this will not possible with constant torque type loads. So this is the concept regarding stator voltage control. These are the different type of characteristics of by changing the voltage of this three-phase induction motor. This torque versus speed characteristics. Okay, it changes like this manner. So this is called at synchronous speed. At synchronous speed, this is called 1500 RPM. This is called synchronous speed. At synchronous speed, the slip is equal to 0. A slip is equal to 0, slip is equal to 1 here. At starting, slip is equal to 1. Okay, speed is equal to 0. At running, slip is equal to 0, speed is maximum. This is the slip torque versus slip characteristics. Okay, one may not so try to consider here. One may note that if the applied voltage is reduced, the voltage across the magnetizing branch is also comes down. Understood? The stator is excited by the supply voltage. No? That supply magnetizing branch is also comes down. Okay, the supply voltage is reduced. This voltage across the magnetizing branches also comes down. This in turn means that the magnetizing current and as the flux level are reduced. So you know the V1 is equal. V1 is that's called stator supply voltage. V1 is equal to it's proportional to the 4.445 FN. Same as a transformer, na? Same as transformer. This stator magnetizing flux is proportional to the supply voltage and frequency also. And it's depending on frequency and also proportional to supply voltage. Okay, this in turn means that is magnetizing current. Okay, I mu that is called magnetizing current, and as the flux level are reduced because of supply voltage reducing. Okay, the reduction in the flux level, this machine impairs torque production, which primarily the explanations are like this. So I'm already explained. However, the machine is running under highly loaded or lightly loaded under lightly loaded conditions and operating under rated flux levels is not required. Okay, under such conditions, this reduction in magnetizing current improves the power factor of the operation. Some amount of energy saving may also achieved. Okay, this is about voltage control method of three-phase induction machine. So your voltage control may be achieved by adding a series resistors. So how to control the voltage of induction machine by adding the series resistors? Na? Voltage control may be achieved by adding the series resistors in series with the different type of phases. Okay, that means a lossy or inefficient proposition. Okay, that means if you are connecting the resistors in series with means that there may be a loss or takes place. I square loss. So maximum amount of power is wasted on the resistors only. So it is an inefficient method and also lossy method. Or in a series inductor or auto transformer. By using auto transformer, you know well how to reduce the voltage levels. Okay. So a bulky solution are more modern solutions using the semiconductor devices. So nowadays, by using semiconductor devices, this stator supply voltage can be controlled. By controlling this stator voltage, by using these devices, semiconductor device. Semiconductor devices like thyristors, MOSFET, IGBTs, okay, GTOs. So by using these semiconductor devices, this speed of this induction motor can be controlled. In modern, so nowadays, by using semiconductor devices, this speed of the voltage can be controlled and the speed can be controlled. A typical solid state circuit is used for the purpose of AC voltage controller or chopper, AC chopper. Okay, typical solid state, that is called AC voltage controller. By using AC voltage controller, this input of the induction machine voltage can be controlled, or AC chopper also. By using AC chopper also, this voltage, input voltage of the induction machine can be controlled. So like this, the speed of the induction motor is controlled by changing the supply voltage. It's clear?